In this video, we're simply solving for x. What that means is we're trying to isolate x on one side of the equal sign and whatever it's equal to, in this case a number term, on the other side of the equal sign. Okay, so what do we need to do this? Like, how do we get rid of, see, we've got this 7 in front of our x. We don't want that there, right? We just want the x by itself on, in this case, the left-hand side of the equal sign. Well, what we need to do is, first we need to figure out what's going on here. This 7 and this x, what operation is happening here? It's a multiplication, okay? So we don't write the multiplication, but what happened is 7 is a number, x is a variable. If I multiply 7 times x, because they're different formats, I can't combine them in any way, right? So I simply, instead of writing 7 times x all the time, I'll just simply write 7x. Okay, so that's what this means. That's what's going on. So this is 7 times x. Well, to remove this 7 or to move the 7 to the other side of the equation, what I need to do is I need to do the opposite operation. So if it's 7 times x, then I want to divide by 7. Okay, if I divide by the same number element, then these two numbers are going to cancel. And that's what I want to do, right? I'm trying to get this x by itself. So I need to get rid of that 7. So by dividing by 7, that's going to do it. Now, this is where it can get a little tricky sometimes. I can't just divide this left-hand side by 7 and then keep solving my problem because I've changed the problem, right? I just did something to one side of the equation and I'm ignoring the other side of the equation. I can't do that, right? What I need to do is, whatever I do to one side of my equal sign, I have to do it to the other side, okay? So if I divided the left-hand side by 7, I need to divide the right-hand side also by 7, okay? So let's go ahead now. We're going to simplify. So on the left-hand side, we have this 7 divided by 7. They cancel out. 7 divided by 7 equals 1. 1 times x is simply x, all right? That's perfect, right? We're trying to isolate for x, and we just did it. We got x by itself. Okay, now we're going to look at our right-hand side. Now you might say, well, 21 over 7, that's a fraction. That could be an answer. And it's true. 21 over 7 is the answer in its fractional form, okay? But we're not going to leave it that way. It is possible. Say you're doing this problem or you get this problem in a multiple choice question. They might leave the answer in this format, 21 over 7, okay? But I'm going to show you how to take it a step further because you may also need to be able to do that, okay? You might see the answer that way in a multiple choice, or your teacher might say, completely simplify your answer, okay? Or do not leave your answer in fractional form, those kind of things, okay? So when you know the format you need your answer in, okay, you need to be able to take your answer or simplify it to that level that they're asking you, okay? So in this case, we have this 21 over 7. That's the fractional form of the answer, but we're going to take it one step further. Now, how do we simplify this 21 over 7? Well, we remember that a fraction is simply a division that we have not performed, right? So instead of saying 21 over 7, it's also 21 divided by 7. Okay, so 21 divided by 7 is simply 3. Okay, and that's our answer, x equals 3. Now there's just one last thing we need to check. Okay, in math we have conventions. That's just the way that we write things, our notation, the format that we write our answers in. And the way we look at things in math for this type of answer, when we have an unknown variable equal to something, in this case a number term, we want our unknown variable on the left-hand side of our equal sign, and we want whatever it's equal to on the right-hand side of our equal sign. Now, when I look here, yes, I have my unknown variable on the left-hand side of the equal sign, and I have my answer, in this case 3, on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So that's cool. I didn't do it on purpose necessarily, but I did end up with my answer in the right format following math convention, so I don't need to change anything, okay? So my answer is simply x equals 3. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.